When Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu forced snap elections late last year, it was all but certain he would keep his job. But as Israelis go to the polls, his future is less clear. Netanyahu and his right-wing Likud party are trailing behind center-left rivals, and many political analysts say the vote has essentially become a referendum on his 9-year tenure. At this rally organized by pro-Israeli settlement groups on Sunday, the strain was starting to show.
They're attacking me. If we don't close the gap with our rivals, there is a real threat that a left-wing government could come into power.
This is the man who could be Israel's next prime minister. Isaac Herzog is the leader of the Labour Party. Labour gained momentum after it forged a left-of-center alliance with the Hatnua party. Recent polling suggests their Zionist Union bloc could win more seats than Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party, signaling the potential of a major shift in Israeli domestic and foreign policy. Herzog wants to repair ties with the Palestinians and the international community, particularly the United States. The long-strained relations between Netanyahu and President Barack Obama reached a low point earlier this month, when Netanyahu addressed a joint session of Congress, warning against a nuclear deal with Iran without first seeking approval from the White House.
We will know how to amend and correct the relationship and how to return them back to being intimate, strong, strategic, with full alliance between us and the United States.
The party expected to place third in the election is the Joint List, an alliance of Israeli-Palestinian parties. It's the first time the parties, which are divided along religious, socialist, and nationalistic lines, have campaigned together as a group. The ticket is expected to win a record 13 or more seats in the 120-seat parliament. And while the union's leaders have publicly ruled out joining any government coalition, some political analysts suggest that if the right wins more votes than expected, they just might, potentially deciding the result of the election. No party generally wins an outright majority in Israel's parliament, and the party leader that wins the most seats doesn't necessarily become prime minister. The job typically goes to whoever can form a governing coalition with smaller parties, and it's looking increasingly unlikely that Benjamin Netanyahu will be able to do that. Imtiaz Tayeb, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.